My name is Kathy Hartman. I'm a certified recovery peer specialist, designation family member, an invitation to change facilitator, but most importantly, I'm a family member in recovery from the effects that substance use has had on our family. In 2017, our daughter Casey returned to substance use after having been in recovery for 7 years and having 3 children. When that happened, my worry and fear went off the charts, affecting me mentally, emotionally, and physically, and I developed a major health issue. In looking for help, I didn't find much, but I did find one group that offered me some self-care skills. Unfortunately, along with these skills, I also started learning things from others that were not based on research, and I took them on at first as truths. Many family members I've talked to have shared similar experiences. Very little help for family members and learning some of the same things, sometimes even from unknowing professionals, like using labels when talking about our loved ones, being told to wait until our loved ones hit rock bottom, and that we're powerless to do anything. These teachings contributed to stress in my marriage and my relationship with my daughter. I kept looking for help and found nothing else in our community for family support, not even from most outpatient or inpatient substance use treatment centers. I became a founding member of a recovery community organization called Volusia Recovery Alliance, and then learned about the organization Center for Motivation and Change, CMC, who are researchers and clinicians doing amazing work with families using evidence-based tools, which are the foundation of the innovative Invitation to Change program. As a board member, I shared about them with Volusia Recovery Alliance, hoping to bring them to Volusia to educate our community, and we didn't have the funding at the time. My husband and I began working with a family recovery coach, like Heather, who was trained with these tools. She taught us skills, how to best support ourselves, our daughter, our whole family. She gave us a roadmap that made sense to my head and my heart. Wow. I wanted everyone to know about this work and continued to advocate for families in our community. With millions of family members across our country and world needing support, CMC created an online training of Invitation to Change, ITC, to easily bring this work to professionals and family members interested in facilitating a group, so more families could be supported in their own communities. I signed up, receiving support from Volusia Recovery Alliance to begin an ITC, Invitation to Change, group within the organization, the first Invitation to Change group in the state of Florida. They see the value of family recovery so much so that 6 of their recovery peer specialists have been trained in ITC. Our daughter is now in recovery and doing well after a few very hard years. A gift of ITC was that I didn't have to wait for her recovery to begin healing myself and creating connection with her and within our family. There was something I could do, and I did it, changing my own mind and the way I behaved. With more understanding and compassion for what our daughter's been through and overcome in her life, she is a hero to me.
Hi, my name is Heather Ross. I'm an Invitation to Change facilitator and a family recovery coach. Like Kathy, I too consider myself to be in recovery from the emotional, psychological, and physical impacts that substance use has had on my family. The Invitation to Change has been a cornerstone of my recovery. It is designed to offer a set of concepts and strategies that make anyone who loves someone struggling with substances a more effective helper. It gives family members concrete, actionable tools by drawing from 3 evidence-based treatments, including community reinforcement and family training, often referred to as CRAFT, motivational interviewing, and acceptance and commitment therapy. Science and kindness are core principles in the ITC model, which are vital for change, but often missing during times of family crisis. ITC support groups are structured to provide participants with an opportunity to learn new ways to, number 1, understand the behavior of substance use. Number 2, to understand the process of change. Number 3, to honor the pain and emotional challenges that come with caring. Number 4, to help their loved one initiate changes and support this process when it begins. And number 5, to learn the skills needed to support themselves during this challenging journey. The Invitation to Change wheel is a circular model that recognizes personal growth is an ongoing, adaptive, and deeply personal journey rather than a linear destination. It equips families with the tools and flexibility to navigate life's challenges by calling on the section of the wheel they need in the moment, and it gives families a process to follow whether their loved one enters recovery or not. This wheel includes 3 essential groups, all revolving around the pivotal concept of practice. The understanding group consists of behaviors make sense, one size doesn't fit all, and ambivalence is normal. They guide families to rethink the reasons behind their loved one's substance use, appreciate individualized approaches to change, and understand that ambivalence is part of the change process. The awareness group, consisting of self-awareness, willingness, and self-compassion, encourages family members to introspect, accept their emotions, and extend compassion to themselves. These qualities form a strong foundation for sustainable, effective support. In the action group, communication and behavior tools equip families with the means to encourage positive change. Effective communication and intentional action strengthen new behaviors, offering alternatives to detachment and punishment. And finally, practice is in the center of the wheel, emphasizing that behavior change is an ongoing process demanding dedication and repetition. The combination of these concepts and skills helps family members become a valuable resource in the recovery process as they learn how to create the best possible conditions for their loved one's change process.
The studies supporting the 3 evidence-based approaches used in ITC have a tremendous amount of positive data behind them, including helping loved ones seek treatment, improving family connection, and increasing the likelihood of engaging in more meaningful and healthy behaviors. The numbers on the graph represent the experiences of family members following their participation in the ITC workshops and presentations over the past 5 years. As you can see on the graph, 88% of participants said the workshop enhanced their understanding of behavior support and behavior reduction strategies, and 91% believe the training made them more effective helpers.
You can begin your own Invitation to Change group by completing Level 1 certification from CMC Foundation for Change, which is offered through online training. The certification is affordable, accessible, and can be customized for organizations that want to train several people. ITC groups can be facilitated by professionals to use with their clients, parents, or other people with lived experience. The group leader's guide that comes with the training outlines exactly what to do for the 15-week program. Certified facilitators receive free ongoing access to a resource library, monthly community meetings via Zoom, a Facebook group, and help advertising their group.
Sadly, we are at least 20 years behind when it comes to treating addiction like a medical issue rather than a moral failing. Programs like Invitation to Change have lots of work to do to support families. What Heather and I and other facilitators are seeing is that many ITC group participants are experiencing hope, maybe for the first time. Hope that they actually can do something to not only support themselves, but their loved one and their whole family. Hope that they can end generational conditioning by changing themselves, which we have the power to do, breaking unhealthy cycles in families and creating new pathways to positive outcomes. Hope that by bringing compassion, understanding, and kindness to their connection with their loved one, healing can happen in ways they never knew possible. I want to share one of my participants' words when asked if ITC was supporting her. She said, "Invitation to Change has given me hope after my husband's countless times in treatment for alcohol use disorder. By practicing the evidence-based skills, I'm learning that I can help influence change and not helplessly stand by and watch him hit rock bottom. Changing my negative attitude has helped me become more understanding, kind, compassionate, and patient with myself, my husband, my children, and others. My focus now is on what he's doing right and encouraging it. After years of negativity and arguing, positive communication and working together against the problem instead of working against each other has drawn us closer together. I'm grateful to have received an invitation to change."
That day, with my daughter Helena, about 18 months into her recovery, was a dream come true for me. During the many years that Helena hated me and refused to hug me, I desperately longed for the love and connection that you can see emanating from both of us in this picture. Because I followed tough love advice, even though it felt fundamentally wrong and went against my values as a mom, for 5 agonizing years, I watched Helena spiral deeper into substance use as I clung to the outdated belief that she needed to hit rock bottom. When I found the invitation to change, I felt hope for the first time in years. It took years of patience, creating self-awareness about the kind of mother that I wanted to be in this difficult situation, before Helena allowed me close enough to heal the wreckage of my misguided actions. As judgment was replaced with compassion for both of us, I began to understand why Helena had turned to substances. I stopped blaming myself, which helped me respond intentionally rather than being unpredictable and reactive. And I learned a new way of communicating with her that finally made her feel seen, heard, and understood. It was a privilege to witness Helena's brave journey of self-discovery as a young woman in recovery. Tragically, 2 short months after that beautiful picture was taken, Helena had a reoccurrence of use that led to a fatal overdose. Some might say I'm living the worst case scenario, but I disagree. The true worst case scenario would have been if she had left this world without us healing our relationship. We can't guarantee our loved ones' outcomes, but we can treat them with love, value, and respect as we navigate this painful challenge of their substance use. Because of that, my last words to my daughter before she left this world were filled with unconditional love and support. And that is a gift from the ITC that I will hold in my heart forever.
We hope that hearing the stories, understanding the huge need for family support, and learning about the unique science and kindness approach of the invitation to change, you see its unparalleled ability to bridge the gap and fill a void that has long been missing for families. This program transforms lives, offering practical tools and a profound shift in perspective. With ITC, your practice, organization, or community can lead the way to a new era of family-centered support and recovery. We thank you.